Okay, second episode of this deck. Let's just recap quickly what we've got. So we've gone for an energy siphon plus double, like, held, like these glimmers do a lot of burst damage, and then we're also looking to try and combo the spell weakness on the same floor as Mollusk Mage, maybe with some stings, maybe with there was another card in here that we picked up. Let me have a look. Where's it gone? Oh, Ice Storm and Ice Empire, yeah. So we've got a lot of burst damage, and I think that's where our deck is leaning. A secondary sort of strategy for this deck is the Thorned Hollow. Just healing it up, making it a wall. Making it a wall. And whilst casting the healing spells, it will also buff our Siren of the Sea, who hopefully is going to hit for a ton of damage. That's the plan as it stands. So we're presented with the choice here of going left or right. We're on 8 HP, which is worrying. Not gonna lie, 8 HP is not a good HP to be on. We take one hit and we're dead. So let's take that into consideration. I think we go right, though, even though there's a heal over here. Like 20 HP isn't. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's not going to save us. What is going to save us is making our card stronger. So I think we do go this way. Let's check out the artifact first. The bloating fungus. Regen restores +1 health per stack. We do have some regen in the deck, so that's not terrible. Cursed vines. At the start of turn, add a vine grass spell with purge to your hand. So this is pretty good because it's a 0-cost spell. It deals 3 damage and it moves that unit to the front. Repositioning units in this game is very, very powerful. It's a very powerful effect. I think I'm going to take Curse Vines here, even though we do have regen synergy. I think having that option... 1, it's a free spell, so it triggers incant for free. 2, it is backline access, which we don't have currently in the deck, other than the 2 glimmers, which are technically backline access, but otherwise no. This is front access. Yeah, this is random, so it's unreliable. Like stings are front access. Yeah, we have a lot of ways to kill tanks. We've only got a couple of ways to deal with backline, so we'll take the Curse Vines. Right, pick up the gold and head to the Merchant of Steel. We've got a lot of money. What can we do with it? Another multi-strike. Interesting. That would make Siren of the Sea quite powerful. I did really want to buff her attack, but maybe multi-strike's the answer. Or maybe putting multi-strike on Husker. No, it's a front line. Don't be silly. Don't be silly, Dee. Alright, Siren of the Sea. Let's do it. I'm down with that. Battlestone, though, that does go on Husker because that buffs the health, so I think that's okay. And then, finally, Strength Stone. I think that's going on Animus of Will. Animus of Will has been struggling this run, for sure, so... yeah. Now, do I want some more buffs? Let's have a look at the map. What have we got coming up? There's another merchant over here with caverns. No, it looks like we're going left next turn because of the unstable vortex. I think there's a couple more cards I need to purge out of the deck. So I think I can spend all the money here. Let's see. Large stone, though. Okay. What if we large stone the Husk Hermit? That sounds like a good idea. I like that idea a lot. More damage on our Animus, for sure. Runestone. Incant. Upgrade a unit with Incant, gain 2 armor. Well, that's not particularly great on our Mollusk Mage. It would keep it alive a bit. Just in the case that it gets swept, maybe, by an enemy or spikes. Yeah, okay. Why not? That seems like a fine plan. I think we'll save the 100 gold. I don't really want to go to the Divine Temple. This run is pretty difficult, and we're on 8 health, so I do want to see it through to Seraph at least. And this fight is hard because this fight is all about positioning and, well, specifically early positioning. because of the 2 dark shards that Arcus creates. One of them is going to trigger when one of our units dies, and what happens is it adds scourges to the deck, which is very annoying. You've seen that before in previous runs. The other one is even worse. It's a looming dark shard. Whenever we cast a spell on the same floor as it, it will increase the cost of all our other spells in a hand. It's very, very nasty. So, early game positioning is going to be everything here. Let's see. Let's see where it sets up. It sets up everything on the bottom floor. Perfect. This couldn't have gone better, to be honest. Because our Husk Hermit is just going to go on the bottom floor here. And then we can start setting up the rest of our floors. Like so. We don't cast anything on the bottom floor, because then it will make all our other spells cost +1, which we don't want to do. That said, there is the Vine Grasp in our hand, and I believe we get one every turn. We do get one every turn, so I do want to cast this. Luckily, I do have the option just to cast it on our units. It's unfortunate that this is going to happen, but it's okay. And then to say sorry, I will cast... this would be a bit of a waste, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. That sets us up for future turns. That's okay. Cool. So now it's cast the other Dark Shard, which is the one that triggers when a unit dies. Luckily, nothing's going to die because we've got a big old sentient in the way. So Husk Hermit is basically... Husk Hermit's job is to kill little things. We don't want little things getting to our tanks on the top floor, because we want things to survive. This Mars Mage is undefended currently, which is a little bit worrying. So let's try and take out things before... Yeah, before they get to it. And actually, I'm going to see if there's a way that I can get all the damage to Arcus here. There might be. Tempted to sharpen... Does that help? That does do more damage. Okay, that's cool. Perfect. Yeah, we might as well discard the others. Yeah, we'll discard these other cards. Right, so the Incant floor does have the Looming Dark Shard on it, which is unfortunate. But we can just set up the units. That is unfortunate. Okay, so our hand, Glimmer, I think this is going to have to... Yeah, this heals up our bottom line unit here. Husk Hermit. Let's see if we can draw something a bit more useful. Ah, that is useful. Oh, but now I'm out of Ember. Maybe that would have been a good idea to start with that then. Never mind. Okay, well let's discard it then. Get ready for the next turn. I didn't really want to leave that Vine Grasp in hand, but that's in the deck, but that's okay. I think we can live with that. Right, now we definitely need to start ramping up our Siren of the Sea for the end game. So we'll start doing that. We'll just heal up our Thorned Hollow, because most of that is going to die next turn to this, so that's okay. Oh, although I've just noticed the Animus of the Will is going to die. That is unfortunate. Maybe we can put an end to that straight away. Like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, heal, heal. Got nothing to Vine Grasp. Again. Could Vine Grasp down here, but it's not going to do much, so I think what we'll do is we'll just Vine Grasp our Thorned Hollow just for the Incant trigger. And we'll end turn. Oh, this stuff doesn't die this turn. That is worrying. What have we drawn? Drawn a Glimmer, but with the incant Dark Shard is on this floor, so I can't really cast much on this floor. Well, it's time for Thorned Hollow to do some work then, in that case. Let's Offering Token away the dead weight. Then we will engraft for free. What's happening on the bottom floor? We can make a start on trying to kill this. I think that's okay. Can Vine Grasp this closer. I think that's okay. No, wait. No, that's not okay. Yeah, we'll do that unit. Because we want to keep this one in the front. Because this is the dangerous one with sweep. So we want to make sure this dies on this floor. We will Glimmer. We will Frozen Lance. But then we will Wildwood Sap our top floor. That's what we'll do. End turn. Okay, 2 waves remaining before Arcus starts attacking, which is okay. Just noticed the Arcus has Spell Shield. Right, so this floor needs to die. I think the answer to that is to Glimmer this floor. That helps a lot. Then I think what we'll do is does anything need Vine Grasping? We can just Vine Grasp this unit. Saves a bit of damage on our Husk Hermit. I think we will Ice Storm this floor as well. Or should we should Offering Token first, shouldn't we? Yeah, we'll do that first. And that picks up the other Vine Grasp. Okay, that's perfect, actually, because that allows us to get that out of the deck as well. So we will Ice Storm this floor. That actually removes the Spell Shield from Arcus as well, which is good. Sets us up for future turns. Let's Vine Grasp this to kill it. Trigger Incant twice. Then we will Frozen Lance. And pass turn. Alright. This is looking good. I think we're gonna win this one. So the Incant is on this floor, so we can't cast anything here, which is okay. We will cast the Preserve Thorns on the top floor to draw the Stings. And then we will use the Stings on... Oh, I wanted to use them on this floor, but they'll be useless here. So we'll Sting on this floor. 1, 2, 3. Vine Grasp you as well. I want to cast Spell Weakness on Arcus, but it's going to trigger the Incant, and I don't want to do that. Let's get this Pyre Shards out of the deck, actually. That's probably a good idea. Yeah. Looks like... I mean, I might as well do that. There's no reason not to. There's not much reason to do it either. Okay. Husk Hermit has done its job. It's not a boss killer, so that's fine. We can allow that to die. This unit is probably going to make it to the top floor, but that's okay. I'm not particularly fussed about that. So I think this turn is all about buffing Siren of the Sea and Thorned Hollow. So let's make a start on that. First, we're going to Offering Token, which draws a Sting. What do I want to discard? There's no point keeping the Ice Empire here. And grab for free. Sorry, not free, for parity. Let's see. We will also cast Restore here, I think. And then Glimmer doesn't do much. It adds... Okay, well it triggers everything, basically, if we Glimmer. We just waste the damage, which is fine. And the heal. That's okay. Okay, and then finally, I think casting our free spells I mean, it's going to die to this no matter what, right? Yeah, I think we'll just cast everything for free as much as we can. Yeah. Keep triggering that incant. Make sure that Arcus goes down. Okay, so now things are starting to get a little bit spicy. Because Arcus still has quite a lot of health. So, I think we'll start piling on the damage now. We will sting for sure. That's definitely happening. Let's offering token, see what we draw. We draw the dead weight. Okay, let's cycle that. Sharpen. That's a good idea. Why do we cast Sharpen? I'm thinking maybe Siren. When did we lose our Animus of Will? I didn't actually see that happen. Oh well. It happens. So yeah, Sharpen goes on Siren. Let's Sting. Use the NG Siphon for next turn. I was tempted to Glimmer, but now that the spell weakness is here, I'd rather it be cast. I'd rather we draw into it. Do I have the opportunity to draw into a Glimmer? I do, kind of. Kind of. Yeah. Alright, in that case, then we'll restore here, and then we'll just find Grasp up here. There we go. And then hopefully we draw a Glimmer here. Or something, a high damaging spell. We do draw a Glimmer here. Perfect. So we'll use that. Oh, we also draw Energy Siphon again, so we'll add that to Arcus. Then we'll Glimmer again. And then we have the win. Perfect. Sting, Sting, Sting. Sharpen. And pass. Whew. A little bit of a hairy fight. Managed to preserve our 8 HP, which is allows us to keep going here. Our spoils are 100 gold, taking us up to 235. Our rare pack gives us a couple of options. Whether we actually want any of them at this stage in the game, I don't know. Let's check. We get offered Spreading Spores, which is apply regen 2 and spikes 2. Add a copy of this card to your discard pile. I have been harping on this entire run that those buffs will get cleansed, and it's probably not a good strategy to go in on Spreading Spores here. I will also say that Spreading Spores is one of those early game cards that you want to pick up and build your deck around it. It's very much a build around card because it adds a copy of the card to the discard pile. So over the course of the run, you will just be consistently adding Spreading Spores to the deck and copies to the deck. So you want to make sure that Spreading Spores is as good as you can possibly get it, i.e. have 2 upgrade slots on it filled, at least. The other options, we've got Deep Offering, which has Consume. It's worth noting that we do have some Consume synergy with Traitor's Quill. Discard your hand, draw 5. We don't really have much discard synergy in the deck, so this is probably a pass this time. But it's a cool card nonetheless. And then Ice Empire, which we already have a copy of, so probably don't need another one. Yeah, gonna skip all these, I think. It's a good... Okay, so you may be asking, why am I not taking 2 copies of something? So the reason is our deck already... our deck already has one. If we add another copy of it to the deck, we then decrease our chances of drawing into other strategies that we have going on. Adding a copy to it means that we might not see our units on time, for example, because obviously we want to see our units as quickly as possible to put them onto the field. If we don't see them because of adding an extra card to the deck that we don't necessarily need, it lowers our consistency. So that's why we're not adding another copy of this. We want to keep our deck as clean as possible. Yeah, we're going to skip. Oh, it's time for a major enhancement. So we got offered Fell's Remorse, Herzl's Compound, and Light of Seraph again. We definitely don't need another Light of Seraph. Our units are happy with the current capacity. Their expansion on their room is already appreciated enough. So it's out of these two. Do we have trouble casting most of our hand? I would say that we don't, but we have the opportunity to draw extra cards with things like Engraft and Stings, because the Stings draw +1 next turn as well. So yeah, I think it's probably Fel's Remorse, not Herzl's Compound. Okay, this is the second to last fight, isn't it? 7, yeah. It's the second to last fight before Seraph. This is. We did gain some HP, which is good. Ooh, I didn't mean to click that. Did I? Oh no, we're okay. This is okay. I'm actually happy with this because I do want the heal. I do want the heal now. Taking us up to 58 HP is good. Yeah, I did want to click that. Whew. Scared myself for a second then. I thought I made a terrible decision. Our units are upgraded enough already, so this is fine. And we do want to upgrade spells, so yeah. This is the way I would have picked anyway, which is fine. Let's Unstable Vortex. Let's see what we can get rid of here. Let's clean the deck up a little bit more. We've got 2 Restores, which aren't doing much. There's this Frozen Lance, which I might want to get rid of. In fact, actually, both Frozen Lances can probably go now. They're just so low value in our deck, whereas at least the Restores synergize with Thorned Hollow. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Frozen Lances, because we have a lot of other ways to do direct damage. Yeah, I think it's time. Thank you, Frozen Lance, for your service. And then on to Merchant of Magic now. Yeah. Keepstone. Upgrade a spell to gain holdover. So when we play it, it goes to the top of the deck. Which card would we want to make sure that we always have on us? There's an argument for Ice Storm. What other things could we put on Ice Stone? Power Stone? Ice Storm, sorry. If we do that, then it does 11 damage to random enemy unit 5 times, plus the extra damage from Mollusk Mage. That could be good. Yeah, I think that's fine, and then we'll give that holdover. I like that. I like that idea. That's a good strategy to go with. Emberstone, I already had a card marked out for this. It's absolutely going to be Engraft, because then that ramps our Ember up by an extra 1 every time we draw this card. Then we also have a bit of extra gold left over, so we could purge. And I did mention that I might want to get rid of one of the lower value restores here. And I kind of do. I kind of do. Do I want to do it now, though? It's worth noting that the dead weight you can't purge it is unpurgeable. So, definitely can't choose that. The offering tokens aren't actually doing much for us this game, but it does allow us to draw past the dead weight, which is worthy of keeping it in itself. The other option is also to get rid of one of these Wildwood Saps, because we know that it's going to be fairly useless in the Seraph of the Chase fight. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Please let me know in the comments if I am. Is it chased, or is it cast, or is it... I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah, I think we're happy. I think we'll just continue the deck as it is. Now we can go with Explosive 3 or Cultivating. So this is an interesting choice. I think based on the amount of damage spells that we have in the deck now, we don't have to go for Explosive 3. It would still be nice, but we don't have to go for it. What does tend to keep happening is our Animus of Will keeps dying. So what Cultivate will allow it to do is every time the Sentient takes damage, it's going to buff the Animus of Will. So looking at addressing that problem head on would be to take cultivating, and I think that's what I'm going to do. This is a tough choice because explosive 3 is very, very good. It adds an extra HP to the sentient. So does cultivating, but not as much. And the extra 20 damage is not unreasonable. I think I've argued myself to take cultivating. I think I'm going to do that. Now comes the really tough decision. Do I increase the difficulty for shards? I definitely don't take the middle one. So the middle one reads, sacrifice a unit to infuse its essence into another unit. So we just have a look at what that means. If we toggle unit essences here, we can see that if we sacrifice a unit, this is the power that we can give to another unit. It's worth noting that this doesn't take a upgrade slot as well. This is like on top of the upgrades you already have. So say we sacrificed Mollusk Mage here. So we gain the essence of +5 attack, +3 health, and +10 magic power on this floor. It's essentially giving you what this card already does without the incant game 2 armor, because that's an upgrade. We could just put that on Siren of the Sea, and that would free up a unit slot in there. The reason I'm not doing it here is because we don't have the opportunity to draft any more units now. That's it. Our units are what they are. We can't get any more. So this is kind of a waste. This is adding extra difficulty for no reason. It does purge a card from the deck, though, and that does make our deck more consistent. It allows us to not have to rely on drawing Mollusk Mage on time, because we would draw Siren of the Sea on time. Let's just say we put it on Siren of the Sea. We could also put it on Thorn Hollow, but I think it would go on Siren of the Sea based on the +5 attack. I think I'm happy the way the deck is right now. I think I am. The other options are Value Stone, upgrade a spell to cost -2. We don't have anything that costs particularly much that I know of. Sharpen probably would be what that goes on. For +15. Does that take our threat level above medium? Wonder if it does. Nope, I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy with the way the deck is. I think we're on to a winner. We might be slightly underpowered. Slightly, but only a little bit. Conduit Masters. Winged Conduits have mastered the use of their armor and grant their allies the ability to strike multiple times. Remove the conduits and this power will be removed too. So what my camera is obscuring here is the conduit itself, which is this unit here. So this should be our priority on taking out. Which will be fine, because we have things like the Cursed Vines, which will allow us to put it to the front in order to hit it first. And then we also have the Glimmers. And we also have, thinking about it, where's our sweep unit? Husk Hermit. Husk Hermit will also help us with that, because it has 6 HP. Now, can I take the trial? That is the question. I guess it would depend on how much I value Animus of Will in our deck. Animus of Will isn't doing much, but then I did just take the Sentient in order to help Animus of Will. I tell you what, I think the way we're going to decide this is looking at what we're going to spend our money on next turn. We do get offered the Merchant of Trinkets, and we can either go Merchant of Magic or Merchant of Steel. Now, I don't think we go Merchant of Steel either way. I think we're going right, so we go to the Merchant of Magic again, which also gives us 75 gold, heals us a little bit, and we can also take these shards here for an extra 100 gold. So yeah, we don't need to take this. We don't need to take this. We don't need to risk that fight at all. I think that's okay. Awesome. This looks like a really good starting hand. We are... Oh, no, we're not. We're not. We're going to put the Husk Hermit down there. It is taking quite a lot of damage, but that's okay. We can always heal that up a little later. Put the Sentient out and the Animus on the middle floor, which is where they live. And then we can also... What can we do here? We could... Oh, we can engraft free. That's what we can do. It's a little bit of a waste, but that's okay. We can Vine Grasp this one to bring it to the front. And then we can add a stack of regen on there. For no reason. Because it doesn't do anything. Right now. Alright. We have drawn our 3 top floor units, so I think we play them out no matter what. We can Vine Grasp this to the front to make sure we get the Collector. Yep, I'm happy with that. I don't see a downside. So we will absolutely do this. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to put Mollusk Mage in front of the Siren. Because it has the armor incant on it. Which means that it's going to tank the damage before say the boss gets to this floor, which it probably will. It's going to allow the Mollusk Mage to tank more damage before the Siren gets attacked. So I think that's what we're going to do. Cool. Right, what did I say I wanted to do? I wanted to Vine Grasp here to move that to the front. There's also... Wait, why doesn't this take any damage? Oh, because it has stealth. Oh, so we could Glimmer to get rid of the multi-strike here. Kind of down. Kind of down for that. I do want to start healing up our Thorn Hollow ASAP, though, because that last fight was a bit closer than I wanted it to be. But I think we can afford to not do it this turn. Yeah. Yeah. My choice is made. Alright, here we go. We did draw the dead weight, with no way to draw past it, so we have to look at what else is happening across this. So this survives. We definitely want to take that out then somehow. How should we do that? We could do that with a Glimmer. That is an option. And I think that's probably the answer, although I did really want to... Actually, let's try and find another way of doing it, because I did want to use the Glimmer on the ground floor. And actually, looking at this, I don't think there is another way to do it. 38 damage. Even if we cast every spell in our... Apart from Glimmer, if we cast every other spell, I don't think it still wouldn't be enough damage to take out Gilded Wing here. So I think we do have to cast Glimmer here. Yeah, okay. We'll do Energy Siphon and then the Glimmer. And that kills it. Yeah. So now we have to find another way. So we can Vine Grasp it to the front. Is that going to be helpful? We've got no way of getting rid of its stealth. That's taking quite a lot of damage, that's okay. Although I do kind of want to put regen on you, just so you start triggering your rejuvenate every turn. So I think we'll do that. Where should we put the spikes? Should we put the spikes down here? I think that's a good idea. Why did that just happen? Oh, consume. Oh, yeah, the Traitor's Quill. I was like, why did that unit just disappear? Okay, that makes sense. In that case, then, we'll purge that to the front. It doesn't really affect things too much, but it will next turn. Not, Yeah, it will affect it next turn, because the Sentient is going to trigger its regen, which will deal the 40 damage. So this will die before it gets to the top floor. Perfect. Okay. 2 waves remaining. I have to keep that in mind. Maybe it is time to bring out the Preserved Thorns now. 2 offering tokens in our hand as well. Don't know if we need them. We have got the Ice Storm, so... And it now has holdover, so I probably want to just cast this just to make sure we get it next turn. Looks like this is going to arrive on our top floor as well. Which I'm not terribly upset by. Yeah, okay. So we'll do that. Okay, right. Then I want to get my preserved thorns out, so let's get those out. We can kill the multi-strike unit. Well, maybe I want this to hit this a couple of times, because then it's going to buff the animus. Oh, it's getting pretty tricky. Pretty tricky to pilot now. Sharpen, honestly, I could do with purging Sharpen. I don't think it's got a place in our deck anymore. I think what I'm going to do... Yeah, I'm just going to unload the stings on that unit there. I'm going to purge that from the deck. Can't cast this, or can't get any value out of this. So I'm just going to Offering Token it away. Oh no, I'm going to Offering Token the Deadweight away. And the Sharpen, actually, yeah. Because then we can use this to heal up our Thorned Hollow. Or maybe we put it here, actually. No, I think Husk Hermit has done its job. So I think we'll do that. And then we might as well just cast this just to get the incant triggers. That was a pretty high value turn. I like that. Okay. Cool. All the units are dying. We get the brief respite. Nothing's appeared on the bottom floor. We definitely want to hold over the Ice Storm, so we definitely cast that. Then I probably should have Energy Siphoned first. But that's okay. We will engraft. Should we engraft there or should we engraft down here? Yeah, we'll engraft up here. Just want to trigger as much of the incants as possible now. Then what do we do? Let's get rid of the cards with Consume in our deck, in our hand as well. Yep. Okay, this is looking good. Hopefully we've got a way of killing this. I really want that to happen. Because I don't want this to attack twice. Because then we don't get any value out of Husk Hermit this turn. So we need to Vine Grasp it to the front. We can hold over. Nice. Then... what do we need to draw into? Oh, we've got no cards in our draw pile. What's in our discard pile? I need to see Energy Siphon again, so let's shuffle the deck. We draw Restore. Okay. I mean, this almost guarantees seeing it in the next... So if I play this Sting, then we draw all 7 cards. That means we definitely see Energy Siphon in the next rotation. Which means I don't play Offering Token now anymore. So we'll Sting. Then we will... How much mana have I got left? Let's just give that some extra damage. There we go. Alright. Good luck, Husk Hermit. Yeah. You've done well. You've done well. Once again, we drew into Ice Storm, so we definitely want to cast that to put it back on top of our deck. Then we want to... We're actually going to Energy Siphon now. Wait, no we're not. We're going to Energy Siphon last, because we want the spell to trigger up here. So we're going to do that last. We're going to Vine Grasp, Sting, Restore, Glimmer, no, Engraft, Glimmer, Glimmer, Energy Siphon. Say go. Cool. Yeah. This is an easy run now. Yeah. We don't even have to do anything, but let's just say that we did. Let's say it had a billion health, so let's play it out. With the spell weakness 2, do we draw it into it again? Can we draw into it again? It's in our discard pile. No, we can't. Because I've only got 1 draw spell here. Oh no, I've got 2. Okay, so I can do it again. Alright, let's draw. That gets the Restore. Let's get rid of the Sharpen. Do it again. And we did get it. Awesome. Perfect. Let's get rid of restore again, I think. So yeah, we do that. And then we do Ice and Pyre for 140. Is that the most damage? This is only going to trigger on the first instance of damage, isn't it? Not every single one. Should we actually see? Should we slow it down? Let's slow it down and see how this works. Oh no, it triggers on every single instance of the damage there. Now we know. So that was like 500 damage from one card. That's insane. That is insane. Oh, it makes me wonder, like, if we had another way of stacking spell weakness in our deck, we could get that up to huge, ridiculous numbers. Oh, I kind of want to do that. That might be the next run if we get a chance to do it. I always advocate for going for the in all roguelikes and auto battlers, and any game with RNG, you almost always just adapt to your present circumstances. It's all well and good having an idea in your mind of what you'd want to play or what you find most fun to play, but in order to succeed, in order to win, you basically just play with what you get offered. As long as it makes your run better, if that makes sense. If it makes your deck worse, then absolutely do not pick it up. Do not play it. But yeah, that's just a little bit of advice in general for games that require where you get offered things and you've got some sort of like strategy thing going on. Games like Hades is a good example. When you get offered two different gods, you just have to take whichever one works best for you in that current situation. It might not be the god you wanted, but that's what you get. That's what you get. You just gotta adapt. You just gotta adapt. There are other games, TFT. I mean, there's plenty. There's lots of examples. Slay the Spire, of course. Yeah. Anyway, ran over. Let's go to our clan pack. So we get offered Pyro. Draw -2 next turn, +1 per turn for the rest of battle. It's a good card, however, doesn't help us right now. Actually hurts the deck, if anything. Wildwood Custodian, draw +1 each turn. We don't really have a problem with drawing. Unleash the Wildwood has amazing synergy in our deck. Because it goes hand in hand with Thorned Hollow. Because Thorned Hollow starts... When it's initially placed, it gains max health. So that's health that you do have to heal up in order to get the most amount of value out of it. So what Unleash the Wildwood does, it's just a 2-card combo. It just gives you all that value for 2 cards. Plus, it has other value on it as well. It's all units on that floor. Yeah. I think this is probably the pick. If we were going to pick a card. I don't know if we do want to pick a card. I really want to purge this Sharpen. I don't think this Sharpen's any good anymore. And I think Unleash the Wildwood is a good replacement for it, so I think we'll do that. Okay, now onto the Allied clan pack. This isn't particularly giving us anything we want. All these cards are good, just not for our strategy. Like, Frostbite is a fantastic mechanic, and I would like if we'd have taken that. If you remember at the start of this run in the previous episode, where we got offered the artifact that made Frostbite not deteriorate over time, this would be fantastic. All these cards would be fantastic. We've been offered Glacial Seal before, so this would be our second one that we find. But yeah, all these cards work in that strategy. We did notice, though, that because of the Seraph, Frostbite was not for us. So that's why we're not taking any of those. Okay, now we come on to our final decision-making room. I think I already made the decision earlier that we're going right because it gives us the most... It just gives us the most value. Although there is the Unstable Vortex, and I did say I wanted to get rid of that Sharpen card in our deck. I think we're going to go right. Because we could also get rid of it in Merchant of Magic. So we'll heal up a bit. We'll get the Forgotten Boons. We are going to take the Divine Boons as well, just for the extra 60 shards. Shouldn't increase our... yeah, it keeps us on medium. I'm happy with medium. We're not... Unfortunately, we didn't pick up enough shards to fight the final boss, which is part of the new DLC. I say new, it's been out a while. But it's okay. I really just want to fight Seraph and get to the next Covenant rank, I think. It's just the way I feel like this deck, the way this run has gone, I think we're about as powerful as we can be based on what's happened. And there was a chance that we actually would have lost the run altogether a couple of battles ago. So I'm quite happy that we've got to this point. I'm not that disappointed that we didn't get to fight the final boss. I'm not going to spoil it at all. You can look forward to that in a next episode if you haven't seen it already. Okay, Merchant of Magic. Let's see what you get off. What do I get offered? Upgrade a spell to remove, consume, and cost 1 more. Let's see, what can we get for that? So we could just get Infinite Preserved Thorns, which seems not that great. I don't think we take this. Like, I want all these cards to be consumed. I don't want to see these cards. Once I've played them once, I don't want to see them again. So, yeah, I think that's staying the way it is. Making something cheaper, that could be good. I quite like the idea of Unleash the Wildwood being free, maybe? Or Ice Empire, maybe? Yeah, I think we're going to do Ice Empire, and then we're also going to do this one on Ice Empire because it has attuned, which means we're going to increase that damage to 190. It's just a nice big nuke, one-time thing, because we already have another nuke in the deck. We have Ice Storm, and we have 2 Glimmers, so we've got a couple of big nukes. We don't really need a consistent one. We have consistent ones down here, so let's put it on that. And then Eternal Stone we don't need to use. So we can actually use that gold to purge. Before I do that, though, we are going to head over to Merchant of Trinkets to see what's on offer down here, because we might just want to do double artifacts. Incant triggers an additional time. Well, that works pretty well for our top floor. Sketches of Salvation. At the start of battle, summon 4 random units from your deck on the middle floor. This is a little bit too RNG unpredictable for our current setup. If you get this early, you can tailor your deck around it so that it doesn't matter too much. But this could really mess up our run if we put all our units on the middle floor. How many units do we have, actually? I don't think it can put the Sentient down. I think the Sentient always appears in our opening hand. So we'll put all our others. So that would be Animus of Will, Husk Hermit, Mollusk Mage, Siren, and Thorn Hollow. So one of those would get left out. And if we did want that, we'd want all of them on that floor. So we can't take this, I don't think. Whenever you play a spell that would ascend or descend an enemy unit, also apply daze 2. We don't have any cards of my recollection that do that. Let me just double check quickly. No, we don't. So this doesn't help us in any way. So we're just going to take Founding Seal, which does help us quite a lot. Double Zone Incant triggers. Then we're going to purge the Sharpen. It's just not helping us particularly. I've lost it. Where are you? There you are. Like, it's my least priority to cast. Pretty much every battle we've been in so far. And that brings us to the final fight. Here we go. Seraph of the Chaste. Let's do it. There it is in all its glory. It has multi-strike. It has a lot of HP. And yeah, as we know, it's going to remove... Oh, it is half. I thought it was all of them. Okay. It's half of any buff and debuff effect stacks, so... We've got that to look forward to. Spikes is not going to be good for us here. Regen's not going to be terribly good, although luckily we've got things that trigger off just 1 stack of regen, so that's okay. Right, we didn't draw our sweeper, which is unfortunate. We did draw our middle floor units, though. Is there a reason for these not to go on the bottom floor? I think there is. Yeah, I don't think we can do this. I mean, we can also try and sweep with Ice Storm here as well. So yeah, let's do that. Let's put these on the middle. We will engraft for the free Ember. We'll Vine Grasp 1 unit away. Okay, I didn't see it had that. Always read the units. Pro tip. This has Harvest. Triggers when a unit on this floor dies. Gain armor 15. So it's just going to gain a bunch of armor. I think we're okay with that. Let's get this Pyre Shards out of the deck. And then let's cast Ice Storm. We basically want to cast Ice Storm every turn now for the whole fight. There we go. So as you see, when Seraph did that sort of beam of light thing ability, that was Seraph using the debuff, the cleanse of buffs and debuffs. Right, what have we drawn into now? We've drawn into our entire suite of units now. That's good. This looks dangerous. Yeah, I don't like this unit at all. We'll get back to him in a second. Let's put the top floor units out. And then I will consider not putting Husk Hermit out yet. And this is why. This unit is called Pyre Wings. It has Sweep, so it attacks all enemy units. It has Regen 20. It doesn't always have that. That's just because we have a certain amount of shards. It has, what it does always have, though, is Strike. Apply Ember Drain 1 to the attacked unit. Ember Drain, at the start of your turn, you lose 1 Ember for every stack of Ember Drain. So, just to set up a scenario where we play Husk Hermit here, Pyre Wings will first attack the Husk Hermit and apply Ember Drain to it. Then Husk Hermit attacks back, like it always does. And it will deal its damage. It will probably kill the 2 Lightwings in the back row here. Which is great, don't get me wrong. But what does happen is the next turn, it's going to drain 1 of our Ember. So we'll be back on 3 Ember next turn. Now, you could think to yourself, if I get all the units out, well, then it doesn't matter too much, because most of our spells are quite cheap. And I'd actually be inclined to agree with you there. So that's why I was considering it. Not playing the Husk Hermit. I think I am going to play the Husk Hermit, because getting rid of these 2 units is probably beneficial in the long run. Similar argument, though, I could just cast the Ice Storm, which I did say I want to cast every turn. And I think that has more value, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, we still take them out anyway, that's fine. And we actually also get a bit of damage on the Pyre Wings. It's going to regen it up, because it's got regen 20, because that's fair. But, yeah. Okay, these units are pretty damn tanky. Pretty damn tanky. Okay. Ugh. Oh, I don't like this at all. I think for the entirety of this fight, we just need to now, because of the way this is working out, like there's a lot of tanky units coming up, they're just climbing the floors, no problem. I think we focus all our attention on the top floor. So let's make a start on that. Let's try and get rid of this unit. Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to put it on Seraph. Now, do I Ice Storm or do I Glimmer here? Glimmer would do 52... 100 and... Oh, it's actually more. Yeah, Glimmer is actually more. It'd be like 156, I think? Yeah. Perfect. And I think this does less because of the randomness of the ability. Cool. That worked out exactly the way I wanted it to. Now what do I want to do? I think we just try and stack as much damage on this Pyre Wings now as possible. So we'll restore. Vine Grasp. Do we Offering Token? I guess we do Offering Token. Let's see what we draw into. Another restore? Okay, I'm down. Yeah, because then now that Pyre Wings is nearly dead. Now, we do have 2 Ember Drain on our units now. We've got one, there was one here and there was one here, which means we only start this turn with 2 Ember. So we're really going to have to plan our attack accordingly. This dies no matter what. However, it's going to apply. I think I want this to die before it attacks. So I think... Do I cast the Preserve Thorns now? Yeah, I think so. Because that gives us a lot of free... Oh, consume. Yeah, I keep forgetting I've got Trait Scroll. Okay. I keep forgetting that happens. Okay, but that's dope. That's kind of what we want. We get to save our Ice Empire. We can cast Ice Storm, which I think I have to, although Glimmer has so much value here. It clears 2 units. It heals up Sentient. But I want to cast this every turn just to make sure it's in our hand at all times. We might get lucky. Let's see what happens. We got sort of lucky? Sort of. Alright, sting, sting, sting. Vine Grasp you to the front, because then you die? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, well, I'm going to save Ice Empire just as a just-in-case nuke. Because it would actually be quite beneficial, like right now, for example. And we did just get a shuffle, so we had a chance of drawing it. We didn't, but that's okay. Looks like this unit's going to survive, so let's cast Energy Siphon on it. And let's see if we can kill it. With... Okay, first we're going to try Ice Storm. Are we? Yeah. Cool, okay, now it's going to die, that's fine. We'll Engraft, just for the stacks and the Incant triggers, because Incant triggers an additional time now because of Founding Seal. Makes it very beneficial to do that. What's happening here? Do you have Ember Drain? You do have Ember Drain. Should we try and kill you then? I think we shall. How should we do it? We don't have any of our big sweepers, so we're going to have to do it a different way. Let's do Restore, Wildwood Sap. Kind of wanted to do it without playing Unleash the Wildwood, because I want to play that here. Oh, you're already full health. Okay, well in that case. And then, let's Vine Grasp you, because that kills you. Then where does Wildwood Sap go? I think we'll go... Where do you get the most value? I think you get the most value here. It depends where Seraph goes next. Because Seraph's going to cleanse half of these stacks if it goes here. Maybe I diversify. Maybe, like, we'll go not all eggs in one basket. No, you do get the most value here no matter what, because the thorns don't matter too much up there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, then we will Offering Token away a Restore. Okay, this is going quite well. Got an Offering Token. Let's do the to get rid of the dead weight. It's taking up space in my hand. It's going to die no matter what. Let's have a look at the other floors. This looks like a good Glimmer floor. This is an issue. We've got 4 Ember. I can cast just everything in this hand anyway, so I think, yeah, it's time for Husk Hermit to come out. The Ice Storm is back in our hand again. I think we'll cast that down here, I think. Yeah. What do I want to Vine Grasp? I want to Vine Grasp here. And here. Sting. Sting. You die, right? Yeah. And then Glimmer. Oh, do I Glimmer here or Glimmer there? I think we Glimmer here. We get more value out of it here. Yeah. Cool, because then this unit dies. This unit's going to ascend, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure this floor is powerful enough to take out pretty much anything now. This looks good. Like, we've got 45 attack on Siren. Yeah, looks good to me. Okay, Ember Drain 1 this turn? Yeah. So now this is the issue. You die, yep. So we don't have to worry about top floor now. So let's energy siphon. This Pybound has been really clunky in our hands every time. I have noticed that. Maybe we didn't really want to take that at all, like ever. It is a good just in case spell though. Right, Glimmer gets us the most value again. And then we Ice Storm as well. Oh, it missed, it missed! I probably should have Vine Purged then. Oh, okay, we just got the Sting. Yeah, we'll kill it with Sting. This dies, okay, that's no consequence. So now I can concentrate on the bottom floor. Where we're going to Vine Grasp this unit to the front, I think. Then we're going to Sting. Do I Unleash or do I Restore? I think I definitely get the most value out of Unleash, don't I? Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's looking good. Oh, I was not paying attention. Okay, so it looks like Seraph is going to start attacking now. So at this point, I definitely just want to ignore all the other floors because I know they're all dead to Seraph. Because, yeah, theoretically, they're just all weaker, aren't they? So, let's Offering Token away the dead weight on the top floor to trigger the incants. Is there anything I don't want to cast here? 1, 2, 3... Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4... No, we've got all 4, so I definitely keep Offering Token until the last card. Let's help out... Yeah, let's help out this floor. A little. And this floor. Right, then we're going to engraft up here. Then we're going to restore up here. And again. We're going to glimmer this floor. Ice Storm this floor or this floor? This floor. And then Offering token on the that floor. Yep. Cool. I'm excited. I think this is a win. I think. It's going to be close, but I think it's a win. So, 477 damage on the Seraph. Currently. I don't know if I need to increase that at all. But we're going to try. We're going to try and get some more damage on it, yeah. So, biggest spell is Glimmer. Isn't it? Yeah. Then we're going to Ice Storm. Now we're up to 808 damage on Seraph. That's much more manageable. This is definitely a win. There is no way we can lose this. I think. You're not seeing the big damage numbers, are you? I'm going to turn my camera off just for a second. Just so you can see the final fight. So I mean, you can see we win. We do lose Thorn Hollow, so let's see if we can keep it around, just because it's served us so well here. We do have Ice Empire here. We don't have the spell weakness card though. Okay, so Ice Empire does 240 damage. Then Glimmer does an additional 52 damage. Then Vine Grasp does 13. Then Sting does 20. Ice Storm does 21 times 5, so 105. Offering Token... No, it didn't work out. But we do keep our Thorn Hollow now, so that's good. There we go, and that is the end of the run. We did it. We did it, guys. Amazing. Well, thank you all for joining me on that one. That was awesome. That was a good run. That's a pretty sound strategy for... Well, just for that combination of clans, Stygian, Awoken, sorry. Or Awoken Stygian, I should say, in that order. There we go. We have defrosted hell with the power of our pyre. And we have unlocked Covenant rank 4. Minor bosses have increased attack. It's okay. Nothing we can't handle, I don't think. We have mastered the cards. So this is something that didn't come up in the last episode. When you defeat Seraph, whatever cards were in your deck, get a gold border. You can see that when they start out, they have a silver border, they get a gold border. It's cool. It's not a neat little effect to show you what you've won with already. And you'll see after this there is like a little. Oh, first we have to unlock things because we haven't max leveled our clans yet. As you level up your clans, you do get access to new cards. This is Edge Prior. Healing spells cost -1 ember on this floor. That's pretty good. If you're all in on healing, this could work out. This could work out. And then Stygian also leveled up. Oh, Cuddle Legs. Oh, Cuddle Legs is cute. End of turn, apply frozen to a random card in your hand. Oh, so I think there's a build in the Stygian clan. There's cards that synergize with other frozen cards, if that makes sense. So when you freeze a card, it stays in your hand, whether you if you don't play it. I think there's an artifact that makes that cheaper, which is quite useful. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. I quite like that. It's a neat little ability. I don't know how useful it is, but it is neat. It is neat, and it's cute out as well. Tethys Scales. Here you go. 50% chance to apply spell weakness 1 when an enemy unit enters your train. It's pretty useful. I would have been good in our run. I'm not gonna lie. This would have been pretty good. But yeah. Awesome. So yeah, this is our overall progress screen. You can see the little things happening everywhere. A couple of things to sort of point out. You can see, so these are your levels with each of your clans. Here's the amount of cards that you have mastered and also unlocked. So if I get rid of, you can see we are still waiting to see one more Awoken card, which I think we get when we max rank Awoken. We still need to see 6 cards. We have seen a lot of... Yeah, we've seen a lot of these 2 clans now. And we've actually seen a lot of Hellhorned as well. And then we've mastered nearly half the cards with Awoken. And I would say about a third of the cards with Stygian. Other things on this page, you can see, you've got a little leaderboard of where you are in comparison to the other people on your Steam friend list, or wherever you have this installed. I don't know if this works for Epic, I'm not sure. I also don't know if this works with Switch, Nintendo Switch. I don't have copies of those on those platforms, so I can't tell you, but I would assume they probably do have this. You basically get to see how you stack up in the race to Covenant 25. You can see 2 of my friends have already got there, and I'm currently racing Kazad, who is on Covenant rank 5 currently. We've just done Covenant rank 4, so we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. We're going to overtake him soon, I'm sure. Yeah, and I think that's all there is to this, really. You can see we have nearly unlocked the Melting Remnant, a clan that we haven't shown you on the channel yet. We've also got the Umbra to showcase at some point, which will be quite fun. Yeah, looking forward to it. And there we go. Yeah. That was a good run. I liked it. So, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. That was incredible. I had a good time. I hope you did too. If you liked the run, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more. We won't just be playing this game. There will be other games on the channel surrounded by the sort of things that I like to play. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. All right, guys. Bye. See you in the next episode.